Gentleman here, coming to you from Casa de Barbas on the outskirts of Johnstown, bringing you the first episode of KRP-TV. What I hope to do with this show is to bring racer updates, track updates, let you know what's going on sponsor-wise, things like that, and also just fill in some time while everybody's shut in. We're going to do some trivia, have some funny video stuff. Racers have been sending me pics and videos of what they're doing. So we're just going to have a little bit of fun, do like 15-20 minutes every week. And if things go smooth and I get better at doing this, once we get back to racing, we'll probably just do this maybe once a month. And then over the winter, go back to a weekly schedule. So right now, we're going to get right to the track updates. First thing up, as far as when racing's going to start, we don't know. Pennsylvania State is on lockdown till the end of April. And then they're going to reevaluate. As of right now, the track isn't even set up. Last update that Greg posted, water wasn't turned on, boards weren't set up yet, nothing is ready. So as far as even trying to do any testing tunes or track rentals, things like that, it's pretty much a no. We're shut down till the state tells us we can open up back up again. So hopefully we get some good news at the end of April. If anything does happen, anything changes, we will update it on the Facebook page, so you can go there, check it out. But as soon as anybody knows anything, we'll post it up. As far as schedule updates go, have nothing new to report on that end. April's pretty well wiped out, as everybody knows. But hopefully May 1st we can get back to racing. No, the first big event we have coming up is scheduled for May 30th, May 31st. That's the Prographic Inc. Sniper Series. The way that is, it's a big money bracket race, $5,000 to win Saturday, $5,000 to win on Sunday as well. It's also a junior race, running the juniors that weekend as well, and they can get $200 each day to win as well. So you can check out the flyer if you go to the Keystone Raceway Facebook page. You click on the events there and you can read the flyer. All the entry fees, all that info's right there. So we got that coming up. And then June is the Kurt George Memorial Race. That's the 27th and 28th of June. Again, haven't heard of anything, if anything, changing, so hopefully we'll be back racing before that. But the Kurt George race is a big one in June. And then July is going to be fun. July is going to be like old school month. We got July 11th, the Good Vibrations Funny Car Nationals, Good Vibrations Motorsports. They always put on a great show. Dennis Salzwimmer from the Great Lakes Nostalgia Funny Car Circuit. Last year, over 20-some cars. This year, I know a couple cars were coming in from California. And again, if anything changes schedule-wise, we will update. But the Funny Car Nationals, that's July 11th. And then we're also going to be running a brand new event. Got the flyer here. The Gasser Nationals. It's Real Painting Inc. Al Lynch putting up some big money. The way this is going to work, 13 different classes running off the old 60s rule books. The Gassers, they're going to be running 1,000 foot. And each class will have a winner, and then all those winners are going to come back. So like I've been telling people, it's all killer, no filler. Friday night, July 17th, it's a test and tune for Gassers only, and then Saturday's the main event. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I know there's 100 and some entries right now, and we'll put up all the info coming up here real soon on the Keystone page. And I'm working on a Facebook page just for this event right now for Al. So that'll be up within the next week or two. But it's going to be a great race. I mean, it's all Gassers. You like the Gassers. Everybody loves the Gassers. They're going to be running 1,000 foot, and like I said, 13 different classes. These guys are going to be going all out, so that's going to be a fun event too. So looking forward to getting back to racing so we can get those events in. And now it's trivia time. The way this is going to work, I'm going to give you a whole bunch of questions here, and you guys can pause, do whatever you need to, try and guess the answers. I will have all the answers at the end of the show. So let's just get going here. First up, it's fun with emojis. The way this works, I'm going to show you some emojis, and you got to figure out who or what it is. So first one up, this is the emoji here, and you got to guess who is it. Pretty simple one. We'll start it out easy. And here's the next set of emojis. You got to let me know who this is. Again, this one should be a pretty easy one to figure out. So, like I said, we'll start out easy as we go through the next couple weeks. Try and make them a little harder. And now the final emoji set with this one. Let me know what is this? What I'll give you the full hint. What track is this? What racetrack are we trying to describe with this one? Like I said, we'll make it easy this time. Now we're going to get into a little more difficult things, but still, I think it's pretty easy. But then again, I wrote them, so, you know, what are you going to do? But with this game, it's odd man out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple different things, and you got to tell me which one doesn't belong. Pretty simple. So with this, we're going to go, you got James Taylor, Ryan O'Neal, Ryan Gosling, Mark DeCosco, and Ansel Elgort. So out of those actors, which one doesn't belong? If you can figure this one out, like I said, everything is drag racing or car themed in these trivia questions. So, you know, that'll give you a little bit of hint what we're looking for in that. Next up for Odd One Out, we have Funny Car Summer, Fast Company, Snake vs. Mongoose, and Fast 5. So yeah, out of those 4 movies, which one doesn't belong? Next we'll do some general trivia. The way this will work, you just got to come up with the answer. Pretty simple. So, September 2006, Angel Sampé, Sean Gann, Karen Stouffer, all became members of the 6-Second Club for Pro Stock Motorcycle at the same event. Which track was that event held at? Again, Angel Sampé, Sean Gann, Karen Stouffer, members of the 6-Second Motorcycle Club, all at the same event in September of 2006. You just got to tell me which track it was. Next question. This one should be pretty easy, and it has to do with Keystone Raceway. So, October 22nd, 1972, at Keystone Raceway, Tommy Ivo became the first member of the Krager 5-Second Club for Top Fuel. First 5-second run, official 5-second run in Top Fuel done at Keystone. What was the time he ran? Only need to the 100th. So you just got to guess what was the time he ran, and you know, try to do it without looking it up online. But if you're stumped, you can. But like I said, all answers will be at the end. For the next trivia question, name the driver who won the most IHRA World Championships. So that's a pretty simple one to come up with. Who won the most championships for IHRA, and I'm talking overall championships, not for a certain class, just overall. Next trivia question is also a Keystone Raceway related one. Opening day 1967 at Keystone Raceway. Name the driver who rolled his Ford on opening day. And for the last question, July 1970, Pittsburgh was the site of a big drag race, but it was only held one time. Where was that race held? One time only race in Pittsburgh. Wasn't Pittsburgh International Dragway or anything like that, but special event was held July 1970. Where did they do it at? So those are the trivia questions. Like I said, answers will be at the end of the show. If you want to fast forward, you can. I don't care. You know, hopefully you'll come back, watch the rest of the show though. But if you do that, but you know, like I said, we'll do a couple every week, and hopefully, maybe we can impart some knowledge to everybody. Next up, Deanna, who works in the tower. She does all the dial-ins and making sure the lanes are runs right, and does a heck of a job. She's one of the hardest workers out there, but she has a thing for Converse shoes. So I decided, let's go through her closet and take a peek. See what kind of shoes she's got. I know she's got a great collection of Converse. She's always talking about them. She's always looking for pairs. So figured we'll give her a place to show them off. Okay, next up, we're going to do a plug here. Bob Welsh, Blaze Rea, 2 racers, great guys. They decided that during this shutdown, when everybody's locked inside, they wanted to give something back. They got a whole bunch of sponsors together, everybody from Jones Transmission Cooling and Bruzy, Keystone Raceway, Prographic Inc. We've all donated. ProTree, all kinds of sponsors have given up prizes. but they're doing what's called the Corona Lockdown Online Practice Tree Challenge. And the way it works, every week they're going to have everybody get online, do live feeds of their using their pro trees and getting the best reaction times. They're even doing it with juniors too, which is really cool. So the junior kids, they can get some practice cutting lights and win some prizes. So go to their Facebook page, check it out. I know they got like 600 some members right now. It's a great time. Even like I don't really, they kick my butt on the tree. I haven't raced in so long, but it's great watching some of the videos, watching these guys doing it and checking out their numbers. So you know, go over, check it out. If you got a pro tree, got one of the handheld ones or the big one, you can get on and you film it, you put it up. So give it a try, and hopefully you'll get on there and win some great prizes. So thanks again to Bob and Blaze for doing that, and all the sponsors that help them out. And you know, like I said, we give them a plug, and hopefully everybody can have some fun. Now we're going to get into some racer updates. Put out a call. Anybody out there, you're bored, send me you know, what you're doing at the house, if you're working on your car, if you're taking test hits down the street, things like that. Just if you get a new car, you want to show it off, you can send in submissions. I got a bunch right now. We're going to do a couple a week. So if you don't see yours up right now, like I said, this is going to be a weekly show, so we'll be filling in as we go. But the first one up is, I'm going to put out the word here from Ted Brine. He wanted everybody to know that doesn't know already. He did sell the 134 AA Fuel Coupe. If you've been out to Keystone for the nostalgias and stuff, him and Goldie and Corky, they're out there running it all the time. Joe Morrison was driving. Oh, and congrats to Joe Morrison getting the top fuel ride, so he's made the big show. Give a shout out to him. Hopefully he'll be racing soon. But Ted sold the coupe. He said it arrived at the Port of Auckland in Auckland, New Zealand in late March. It was a tough decision for him, he said, but time to explore some different things. But he did want to give a shout out to Paul Goldie Gold, Mark Becker, Andy Barron, and Harold Corky Burkett, as well as Joe Morrison for all the work and all the years they put in with him. I know we always enjoyed watching him when he came out. It was always cool when he'd show up every now and then for testing tunes, running it. It's always great to get that smell of nitro in the air. And I want to wish them all well. Thanks, Ted, for letting us know what's going on with that. Next up, Andy Short. He sent a couple pictures. Everybody knows Andy with his 9-second Volkswagen. Well, he's got a new project. He said he's pulling the 4-cylinder out of that. He's putting it in this new bug. And he said he's hoping to have it ready by summertime. And hopefully we're back racing quicker and see him out there making passes. Can't wait to see what this thing's going to do. I got some great shots of it doing wheelies and all. So, yeah, Andy's always fun to watch. Next update is Rich Penn. He sent in some videos. They're getting the junior dragsters ready. Got some shots of Kayla. She's got her new car. It is one we've seen before, though. It's actually 2019 champ Zoe Moser's old car. So they're redoing some stuff on that, and here's some shots of them. Rich also sent in some shots of his son Kyle. Kyle, multi-time winner out at the track as well. He's working on his car, but doing some test hits out in front of the house. Hopefully didn't disturb the neighbors too much. Next update is Steve Parsons. Everybody knows him on the sidelines, taking some great shots. Love Steve's work. Him, Bill Truby, all the photographers that come out, they do a great job. We're always happy when they're out there. But Steve got some new equipment he wanted to show off. He has a new Panasonic Lumix DC ZS200. It's a 4K pocket camera. It's his first 4K, so he's moving up in the world. But he says he's going to use it mostly for concerts and all, but he's going to bring it out to the track here and there and give it a shot. And he's also got a Canon EFS 10 to 18 millimeter zoom lens. It said it's a nice wide-angle lens. It's not as wide as his fisheye, which he likes to use, but he's hoping to have get some good shots with that and have some fun with it. So thanks, Steve, for that update. And then there's this update from 2019 ProGraphic Inc. top champion Rick Clay. Him and his family being holed up. They're getting a little antsy for racing season, so Rick sent in these great videos. Looks like everybody's having a good time there, and hopefully Rick will have the dragster out here real soon. And our final video is anonymously sent in. We'll just call him Racer X. He's been enjoying the highways and byways with no traffic. So here's a nice little video that was sent in. Hopefully we don't incriminate him with this, but looks like they're having fun out there. And here's something funny. This is the Stir Crazy video of the week. So yeah, drag racers will be drag racers. Everybody wants to get back out on the track and make some noise. I still can't believe all that stuff stayed up on those shelves, but that was a pretty good one. And now the moment you've been waiting for, the answers to all the trivia questions. First one up was the fun with emojis. I gave you this emoji. You had to tell me who it was. This one, like I said, pretty simple. There's only one Viper, only one snake in Drag Race, and that's Don the Snake Prudhomme. So if you guessed that, great job. If you didn't, maybe you ought to bone up a little bit on your trivia. But also want to give a shout out if he's watching, Don the Snake Prudhomme. Happy birthday. He turned 79 on this past Monday. So happy birthday, Don. Next one was this three-parter here. Did you guess what it was? Pretty easy, I thought. But have the flag of Florida. Then you have the Large Father, or Big Daddy. And then you have the Swamp Machine with the rat, Swamp Rat. So it's Big Daddy Don Garlitz. I thought that one was pretty easy. Hopefully we'll find out soon if Don's going to be making it to the end of September for the GIS Automotive Pittsburgh International Dragway Keystone Raceway Park Nostalgia Nationals. He couldn't make it last year, but hopefully we'll have him back this year. But Big Daddy's always a good time. Also want to thank Jim Senkowitz for all he does for the Nostalgia Nationals. It's a great race. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully Big Daddy will be back for that. Next up, I gave you this set of emojis. There's an orange. There's a Count, which is Count Dracula, vampire, but Count is what I was looking for on that one, and a cup of tea. So, did you guess Orange County International Raceway? That was one of the first super tracks ever built. Hosted the NHRA World Finals for a long time, known for their 64 funny car events. But it was along I-5, Santa Ana Highway in California there. It opened in 1967, closed in 1983. But hopefully you guessed Orange County, so got another point. Next is Odd Man Out, and the way that worked. I showed you a bunch of different things. You had to figure out which one didn't belong. So this one, the first one was James Taylor, Ryan O'Neal, Ryan Gosling, Mark Dacascos, and Ansel Elgort. If you guessed Ansel Elgort, you're correct. And the reason, for those who didn't get it, all of them were listed in a movie as the driver. No name, nothing, just the driver. While Ansel Elgort, he was in the movie Baby Driver. His name was Baby. So that's why he doesn't belong. But James Taylor was in Two Lane Blacktop. Ryan O'Neal, Mark Dacascos, they were both in The Driver. And Ryan Gosling was in the movie Drive. But like I said, they were all listed in the credits as just the driver. And the final odd man out, I gave you Funny Car Summer, Fast Company, Snake vs. Mongoose, and Fast 5. And if you guessed Fast 5, hey, you're correct again. And the reasoning for that one was, the other three were all funny car movies. And yeah, Snake vs. Mongoose had some Top Fuel stuff in with their careers early, but it was a small part.
Next up was General Trivia, and the way that worked, I just gave you a question, you had to come up with the answer. Pretty simple. I gave you Angel Sampé, Sean Gann, Karen Stouffer, all became members of the 6 Second Club at the same event in September of 2006. I asked you which track. There's only 2 races usually, 2-3 races run in September, so pretty easy to narrow down, but it was Maple Grove Dragway. Next one was October 22nd, 1972 at Keystone Raceway Park. Tommy Ivo got into the Krager 5 Second Club, first member, running the first official Top Fuel 5-second run. I asked what did he run. It was a 5.97. So that should be ingrained in everybody's head. That's history right there. Then I asked you to name the driver who won the most IHRA championships. And that's Anthony Bertozzi. He won 16 championships in IHRA in 4 different classes. He won it in Super Stock, Modified, Top Dragster, and Stock. So, yeah, Anthony Bertozzi, 16 IHRA championships. So, then we got into some Keystone Raceway trivia. We asked who is the driver, 1967 opening day at Keystone Raceway Park. He rolled his Ford. The answer was John Scaglione. He has the distinction of basically being the first crash at Keystone Raceway Park.
And the final question, July 1970. We asked what venue did they race only one time in Pittsburgh? And the answer to that was Three Rivers Stadium. And they laid down steel plates to race there. They had a race where they had a Dodge Colt versus a horse. A bunch of wheel standers were there and stuff. Everybody seemed to have a good time, except just wasn't any spectators. Didn't draw well, so it was a one-time only event. But hopefully you guessed Three Rivers Stadium. And if you had this book, History of Pittsburgh International Dragway, you knew the answers to at least 3 or 4 of them. Billy Holt and our own photographer, 4-time Hall of Famer Bill Truby, they put this book together. It has a forward in by Jim Sankovitz. But you can order the book, or when we open up, you can get them down at the souvenir stands. It's a great book, a lot of great pictures, a lot of history of the tracks, even other tracks, Keystone Raceway and things like that. But I know I'm not from the area. I grew up in Maple Grove. I got the book. I'm reading up on all the history. It's really good, a lot of great stuff, a lot of great pictures. So if you get a chance, pick one up right away.
And with that, we'll bring this first episode of KRP-TV to a close. I want to thank everybody for watching. Hopefully you had some fun, maybe learned something new. And hopefully I'll get better with this as we go. Like I said, I'm just winging it right now. But we'll be back next week with more trivia, some more updates. Like I said, I got a bunch of racer stuff. And
And we do want to give a shout out to all the essential workers out there. The mechanics, the supermarket people, the plumbers, the heating and cooling people. Everybody that's out there still working it. And especially want to give a shout out to the doctors and nurses on the front lines battling this virus. You guys got it tough, and we truly appreciate all you guys are doing right now. So thank you so much. And with that, I'm going to sign off. I want to tell everybody stay safe, stay positive, test negative, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.
Oh wait, there's one more thing.
Here with AJ Casper, tonight's winner for the Latrobe Group Auto Modified. Latrobe Group Auto, did I say that right? Nah,
Cut!
Yeah.
Do another one. That's
Take
fine.
two.
Take two. You'll be able to do that, right?
Oh yeah,
Good,
I
no
edit.
problem.
I can edit in.
I'm a little nervous too, but
I need you to move in a little bit.
Just one second. I want to thank the track, Greg, the track, my family, my friends, most of all Dave Portman. Yeah, most of all Dave Portman for my car. Finally, it's time to. Finally, my time to get one done. All right.
We can make a couple takes of it.